best wrestling podcast in the world. Fact, the road-wearing original Pete, the believing, power of positivity, keeping it Rollins, the Summit. Fact, the homicidal, the genocidal, the ECW loving, daring young creeping, Mr. No Days Off, Scott. Fact, the biscuit and gravy eating, Naomi loving, lunatic craving, the melting pot, JP, and you can bank on that. Fact, the Bailey hugging, the interrupting, the Jaeger drinking, mouth of the Carolinas, Lil Steven. Fact.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
I miss you, Darren Young. Little Steven, Darren Young, in a evening gown match with Pat Patterson. Little Steven gets a little French Canadian in him. Jeff Hardy's going to face Jay Leno in a steel chairs match. People are just jealous because I got skills.
Here's my issue. Is it worse to get beat by one midget or three? Little Steven in a beer drinking contest with Naomi. I have this big issue with people. I don't want to sound like an idiot.
Just kept it Rollins. Jimmy Hart, Triple H, X-Pac against Lil Steven in a microphone on a pole match. Anything can happen. Lightweight. If you don't want it, then don't mark it.
We're 3-man band. That's horrible. I don't want to make you look bad.
You're fired, sir. When you want to hear me mess up, they're in Radioland. When you want to hear me not mess up, I did not know that. Wow. Wrestling with Attitude. When you want your beer, awesome.
Welcome to Wrestling with Attitude. Of course, I am the Summit. Joining me today is Mr. Days Off is here finally, the real Scott Ely.
The manly one is back.
And then the one that's clapping in the corner is the baby face of the group, the one that actually went to Great Clips and got a cut.
Hey.
He didn't shave himself. He had to go get somebody else to do it.
Was your mom busy?
So, you know.
Hey, don't knock it, okay? You've talked before. You know, I know you're mad about the $19 deal over here.
$19?
Yeah, that's great, man.
That's
better,
2 months of the network.
Better, yeah, right? I know. But, hey, it's better than your sports clips over there. Just saying.
Oh, at least
go to sports
whoa. At least at Sports Clip, I get a massage on my head, all right?
Whoa, they give massages
They
now?
do give massages. You get the MVP for $25.
Yeah, well, they give massages, but they suck, man. Like, come on. You even said it yourself. It wasn't that great.
JoJo's like, what are y'all talking
Agreed.
about?
I agree.
Yeah, no. Anyway, yeah, we had to start a wrestling show with sports clips and great clips.
Yeah.
Great clips.
And you put baby in the corner over here. I can't see myself. People don't even know it's me.
That's a selling point, by the way.
Putting you in the corner is a selling point of the
Is that
show.
the selling point?
It's actually boosts the ratings.
Speaking of selling points, man, Scott Ely's here. Mr.
I know, I just did that.
I got a new name for him. I got a new name. His new name is Raw Hater 101. He, like, if you listen to him on Facebook, all you hear every week, every day, Raw was trash, Raw was trash, Raw was trash. That's all I ever hear. That's all I ever hear.
When they put out trash, I call it like I see
Well,
it.
you all right, we got while you're talking about it, let's go into it. Every single week since the WWE draft, he has hated Raw every single week.
Actually, no.
It has never. Yes,
that's
it
actually
has.
a lie because I hadn't watched Raw in 3 weeks before.
Okay, with those 3 weeks, you may have hated it.
I didn't even put it. I was like, because I don't even watch Raw.
What does Raw have to do to get Scott Ely to stop hating it every week?
Oh, come on, JoJo. Really? Raw is not trash. Look, now we got
Raw's not
JoJo
trash.
saying.
Raw
Okay.
is not trash, really.
All right, if I can go uninterrupted.
There's
for
some
a
bad
minute,
moments. Sure, go ahead.
for a few
All right,
few
Steven.
minutes.
Shh. Stop interrupting, Steve.
Owens and Jericho need to be gone because that is the dumbest, stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
You don't like that?
It's stupid. You made Kevin Owens.
I'm sorry. You just said that.
Hey, he said uninterrupted.
Thank you.
Dude.
What?
You need to bring Kevin Owens. If you want him as legit champion, he needs to be the Kevin Owens of the John Cena rivalry. He needs to be not the funny heel. He needs to be the serious, I'm going to kick your ass heel. They need to give the cruiserweights more time on Raw instead of 5 minutes. And it doesn't need to be 3-on-3. It needs to be one-on-one competition. Get Brian Kendrick off my TV. You had your chance. Go back to the unemployment line.
He is.
Braun Strowman, I'm done with. We've seen this with Ryback. I'm going to face 3 people. the Braun Strowman angle is stupid. I think really the best thing they have is the Divas competition.
Really?
I think Sasha and Charlotte are the best thing right now they have. And that's not good because you need to bring more divas up.
We will answer that question, okay?
The tag team division is what, non-existent? Who I hate the
it's New Day.
The
versus
New Day
Cesaro
needs to be
and
gone,
Sheamus
but
right
you're
now.
going to see them for 40 more days until they break Demolition's record.
They are going to break Demolition's record, aren't they?
Yeah, but you need. I want to see more tag teams. I'm not saying SmackDown's the greatest thing in the world, but it's a little bit better in my opinion.
Okay, so
Hey, let him finish.
Let the. I'm
finish.
tired of the long ass promos, the 20-minute promos that mean nothing.
Let him finish.
yeah. But you get that on SmackDown.
Hey, let
We
him
did-
finish.
I was actually getting.
Hey,
I was
let
getting,
him finish.
I was getting ready to say.
Let him finish.
That's about it.
Yeah, he was giving me the
Okay,
hand gesture.
so now, I the same thing you argue about on Raw, I'll argue the same thing on SmackDown. I will argue the same thing because the tag team division, it's non-whatever.
At least the tag champs defend their championship.
Solano, win. When Solano defended that tag team titles?
At No Mercy.
Exactly. 3 weeks ago. You ain't seen them.
1 week ago.
Okay, 2 weeks ago, whatever. All right, same, but the same issues you're saying, go to the Divas division. Say what you want, all right? Divas division on SmackDown is absolutely garbage. It is horrible. Becky's not ready, and the people they put Becky against is horrible. They need to bring people up for that division.
The thing is, though, at least the Divas on SmackDown, you have a veteran in Nikki to kind of coach a Carmella and whoever she feuds with next. I agree. The championship rivalry in the women's division on SmackDown is stupid. It's horrible.
The best rivalry on SmackDown women's division is Carmella and Nikki.
I agree.
And Carmella's not that good. Carmella's awful. All right, come on.
Carmella's a lot better than you give her credit for in the ring.
But she needs work.
She needs a
She
lot
does.
of work.
Needs
She's
work.
not ready.
She is not the worst thing.
She should
is not
stayed-
Naomi in the ring.
She should have stayed at NXT for another year
I agree.
and bring other
but
people
I
up.
think, you
'cause
know
she's
what?
not ready yet.
She's getting education
No, she is.
with Nikki.
But it's not even close comparing SmackDown's Divas against Raw Divas.
No.
No,
Not even
I
close.
give Raw's Diva.
Now,
They're the best thing they have.
The one thing I would agree with you is top heavy because all you got are these three. You ain't seen Nia Jax recently, but they're
and
there's-
Paige is no longer in existence.
right. Paige is out, whatever Paige, but they need to be. It's
The
called
Daniel-
that
Daniel
was the other
Bryan.
thing. SmackDown is called the Daniel Bryan. Listen, the promos you talk. I agree with the promos. They've been better on Raw since the draft because it's not been the same thing every week of the Authority and Seth Rollins. It's been different people doing it. And at least they were having matches open up Raw now. So it's,
Yeah.
but if you go to SmackDown, it's Daniel Bryan's show. Daniel Bryan's got to come out every single week for the yes chance to get going.
Stephanie and Foley do the same thing. They're on the screen.
But we expect it from them.
We
All right?
Daniel
Daniel
Commissioner
Bryan,
and General
Daniel
Manager are going
Bryan,
to be on the air the same
but
amount of
Daniel,
time.
they're not though. Daniel Bryan said it's not about me. It's not about me. It's about the wrestlers and everybody else. Obviously, he's lying because every single week he spends more time. We see him more on TV than we do AJ Styles or Dean Ambrose.
Man, I don't know about that.
Tell me we don't win.
I mean, he's on screen, but not as much. I mean, the same with Stephanie and Foley.
Yeah, but we
They're-
expect it with them too.
And
we know it's going to happen.
I still think in my heart of hearts that Daniel Bryan and The Miz is going to be something in the near future.
Probably, and it's going to be awful because Daniel
Yeah,
Bryan should
I
never
agree.
wrestle again.
I agree.
The
I
yes
cannot-
chant is horrible. Daniel Bryan should not be GM
But
of SmackDown.
SmackDown a month ago had one of the best rivalries in the company.
Oh, the Ziggler and
Ziggler and Miz?
At the time, sure.
At the
I ain't
time,
gonna say
that's what
ever.
No, I'm not saying ever. I'm saying in that month span between Ziggler and The Miz was red hot on SmackDown. And what did they do at No Mercy? They took it off him, and now it's Ziggler,
Right.
and now they're back to WWE doing the stupidest things in the world.
Right.
We're bringing back the Spirit Squad.
First of
And
all-
now we're going to bring back 3-on-3 matches.
First of all, Miz should have won that match.
and retired Ziggler.
Miz
Okay?
should have
'Cause
stayed the champion.
The Miz was the hottest thing they had on SmackDown, and they took it away.
I agree.
And-
I don't disagree with you.
But
on
the
that.
point is Raw is doing just as good as SmackDown, because if you look at Raw, I agree, the Cruiserweights should get some more time, but they're getting more time. You're seeing backstage stuff with the Cruiserweights now. You didn't see that before because they're introducing them. You're getting Cedric Alexander more on TV. You're getting TJ Perkins more on TV. Brian Kendrick, yes, should go away.
But that's the thing with the Cruiserweights. It's the same person every week. It's Brian Kendrick and T.J.
But
Perkins.
we're seeing Cedric. We're seeing tag team matches with these people.
I want
'Cause
to
you're
see
going
singles
them.
matches.
No, you will. You're having these people introduced to the WWE universe.
But see,
Yeah,
here.
he gets 2 seconds.
Oh, shut up, okay?
Hurry
I
up.
have to listen to you all the time.
I know, and you will.
Look, Miz and Ziggler, I was more excited for that match more than I was for the World Heavyweight match. Because here's my thing with that. I just don't like the storyline right now. Yeah, you got the top 3 guys, but I don't like the storyline. There is no storyline.
You know, you talk about Seth Rollins and Owens. You know, you look at that. All right, listen. Do I want the Kevin Owens that talks smack John Cena? Yes, but you're seeing a different kind of Owens right now because he's into the authority, basically.
Yeah.
So you're going to see that right now, but you'll see
But
the
there's
other
no
one.
Triple H with the authority
No,
out there.
because they're delaying
It's just assumed he's with the authority.
Yeah, it is. But that's what they're doing.
Right.
Because you're going to see it at Survivor
Right,
Series.
you're seeing
He's
it coming,
man.
but the problem is you're putting Jericho and Owens together. We've seen this before with one guy turning on the other guy for the world title, and they're trying to do it again. And I get it. I'm just saying it's not as bad as you're saying. You got the opinion and think that. I don't think it's that bad because I think Seth Rollins is doing a great job. What did he say? This sparkle crotch.
Sparkle crotch and sparkle ass.
uh,
I actually
it's great.
LOL'd when I watched the opening promo. I was like, okay, I'll give him that. I'll give Seth Rollins, and he's doing phenomenal as a face. Like I didn't think he was
he's
going to
great
do
as
that good as a face.
No, he can do anything. I know I'm biased, but I think he can do anything. The thing with Kevin Owens and Jericho, we've seen this before with people, so we're seeing it again. And Kevin Owens, say what you want, Chris Jericho's doing the best work he's ever done. I think some of his best work right now.
Yeah, I'm not tired
with
of
the
it. I mean, I
list.
was sick of him for a minute, but now I'm really liking him again.
I don't like it because it's back to the. It reminds me of the late WCW Chris Jericho with
The list.
armbar.
Yeah, with the list.
Why I'm better.
But it's kind of evolved, I think.
he's he's not even it's not if he was good in the ring anymore, I would say yeah. But he's really bad in the ring, and
He's
this is the only way he can get over is the list.
Right, because he couldn't get over with AJ with their little rivalry at the
can't.
time.
Because you put AJ and Jericho, that looked like putting little Steven with AJ. It just looked bad.
Yeah.
How well AJ is. In
If
the
you take,
Yeah, I
but
would
if
totally
you
take him.
like now, you got James Ellsworth involved in this
You know
Dean
what?
Ambrose and
Looked
Styles
better.
thing. Listen, but you get that if you put that on Raw, people will hate it.
no, but you know what?
The only
The
reason
only
they
thing
like
that-
it is because AJ and
No.
Dean right now.
Dean made those two spots. Dean Ambrose as a special guest referee was fantastic.
I agree with that, but
And Tuesday night with him being the announcer / timekeeper was hilarious.
I remember a year and a half ago when Seth Rollins was doing this kind of same thing with jobbers. All right, everybody hated it.
When did he do that?
He fought with J&J Security. He always fought some jobber.
He didn't fight jobbers. He had J&J Security win every match for him.
Right, but I'm saying
But it wasn't jobbers. It wasn't against a guy like this. But what I'm saying is Dean is actually making that rivalry with AJ.
He is.
he's helping. I ain't going to say he makes
I mean,
it.
AJ is doing great with the rivalry as well. But Dean not even being involved in the match, like wrestling, he is making that rivalry.
Come on, I love the list. I absolutely love the list, man.
I don't-
I do. I love it.
I don't get it.
I mean, I get. Listen, Is it one of the greatest things they've ever done?
NSYNC
No.
are glorious. No, they are not, Mr. Candlelight.
Actually, NSYNC is glorious. I will play both songs later. Actually, it's going to be a matchup. I'll do some NSYNC into it. But anyway, both sides have their flaws. All right,
Yeah,
they do.
They do.
To me, I kind of am enjoying Sheamus and Cesaro because the two brutes being together.
You know what? I liked it 2 months ago when they started it.
Yeah.
And guess what? The winner was supposed to get a
They
title
screwed
shot.
that up. They should have just put them as a tag team if you was going to do it anyway.
Exactly. I don't get it. And now they're not even a tag team. They're a tag team that don't like each other.
Right, but they're going.
So their team hell no, basically.
Right,
Pretty much.
basically, yeah.
Yep. That's what's happening.
But it doesn't matter. What's the point of a tag team
And
on
then-
Raw?
and
Because
then-
they're going to do nothing.
And then listen, to me, the Goldberg and Lesnar thing is better than the Randy Orton Bray Wyatt. Because I don't give a dang about Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton. That storyline is so horrible.
I agree.
So
but
it's a wash to
Because
me.
you put Kane in the thing. If Kane would have never won that match against Bray Wyatt, this rivalry still would have had a little bit of freshness to it. It would.
That's funny, JoJo. But I
agree. I agree. They should have Bray win that against Kane since Randy Orton couldn't compete.
Right.
And it would carry the storyline
But
a lot better.
you're
But
gonna
no,
give
he
it-
lost it another pay-per-view.
You're going to give it to Jobber
Mr.
Kane.
Candlelight, really Candlelight?
What?
Talking
What he
about
said?
Christian.
One more match.
He said it's worse than Christian's one more match.
Oh, my gosh. That
Hey,
gimmick.
Listen, that gimmick was bad.
No, I
But-
agree. Both products right now have their ups and downs. They are bad. SmackDown's just a little bit more tolerable for me because it's a 1 hour
Well,
less.
it helps for you that you do have Dean Ambrose. All right?
You
It
know,
does.
I-
And
I s-
Carmella. It does.
But I still like guys on Raw. I don't know why you don't think I don't like it. I like
You
Sami.
don't.
I like Sami Zayn. I like Kevin Owens. I like those
But
guys.
don't say
I like
when I
Cesaro's
see
trash.
when I see comments that the whole product was horrible, I'm like, dude, really?
But yeah, what
There's
is,
some
what
good
is Sami
stuff.
Zayn doing again? Oh,
He's
nothing. What's
jobbing.
Cesaro doing again?
Oh,
nothing.
Sami
He is.
Zayn is going to be battling Braun
Braun
Strowman.
Strowman.
Oh,
Exactly.
who's going over in that rivalry?
Hey,
Sami Zayn.
Sammy will win. What? Sammy will win. They'll push Sammy to win that
Look,
match.
how about this? I want to challenge you to a 1 month. Every Monday, you have to give one positive thing about Raw. Every Monday on
I
Facebook.
did.
No. One positive thing, but you can't say anything negative about the product at all for 1 month.
So
Wow, that's tough. It'd be short. He ain't gonna be
And if
talking
you do
much.
it, I will give you one shiny dollar.
Wow! $1, you big spender.
okay, so who thinks I should do this? Because
think you should.
That's pretty bad. Like,
Listen,
All right, fine. All right, I never do this, but you'll get 2 shiny dollars.
listen. I mean, a couple of things. All right, the Charlotte and Sasha thing is going to be Hell in a Cell. To
They're-
me, is looking really good.
they're headline.
All right.
They're the main event. At Hell in a
Not, we
Cell.
don't know yet.
They're gonna be the
They
main
probably
event.
will be. They should be. No offense. I think they should
So
be.
the title's going to be a mid card fight.
No, well, have it open up. SmackDown did it, and it worked out for
But
SmackDown.
the only reason why SmackDown did it because they were going against a presidential debate at the same time.
No, I think they did. No, the reason
No,
they did
that's
it
the
is
only
because
reason.
no, that's not the only reason. Because Becky and them, I think, was going to be the first match, and then Becky got hurt, and they had to adjust the lineup.
No, the thing was with that they were going against a presidential debate at the same time. They had to put
Who
their best
watches
foot
the presidential debate anymore?
Have you seen
Who
Facebook?
cares? No, I don't look at
but-
Facebook.
but what
Look,
I'm-
I'm not paying.
But what I'm
attention
saying,
to
they
Facebook
were
for my
going head
debates.
to head against a presidential debate at the same time. So they had to put their best match first to get people hooked.
I don't know. I think you could have put the Miz and Ziggler first.
No.
You could have.
No, I mean,
You said
Yeah.
it yourself last week. You couldn't do that because you had to put that later.
Well, no, I liked it. I just, I hate what they ended it on was Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt because nobody gives
I-
a crap
I
about
agree.
Bray Wyatt
It's
anymore.
because it's Orton.
No, it's because it's Bray Wyatt because
No,
he
it's
kept
'cause it's
losing.
Orton.
It's Orton.
It's because of Orton.
No, it's
that-
Orton because Orton is like their Cena. Orton is their Cena.
Oh, you mean because it's main event?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Orton is not their Cena.
No,
Well,
I know
mean, like,
Orton is,
the,
yeah.
Can they please stop the Swagger and Corbin?
No, that's another one. We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
But
That's
anyway,
pretty bad.
all right. Now that we ranted on,
That
what's
was
wrong
like a
with Raw and
20-minute
SmackDown,
rant.
let's get into this week's top 5.
WWA SoundOff, where your voice can be heard.
Sound off, let them know how you feel. If the anger inside is real, sound off.
I wish my producer would make a new sweeper for SoundOff. That'd be great.
No, because that's the greatest sound. I mean, and people
I
know it as sound.
Yeah, I know. You know who edited it?
Me.
This guy.
Damien,
Top 5. What was that?
Damien and the
All right,
Misdown.
hold on a second. Boy bands, NSYNC, Boys II Men.
Wait, Boyz II Men wasn't a boy band.
They were.
They were a man band.
They were.
That was Motown.
Yeah, that's true. That's more Motown.
No, they were.
back again.
But that's 90s boy bands. It's R&B. It's still 90s. It's
How is Boyz II Men a boy band with a song called "I'll Make Love to You"?
okay. How is NSYNC a boy band with Bye Bye Bye?
This show has gone south.
Genuine? I don't know if Genuine's counted. Well,
Genuine's not a boy band. That's a
Genuine's
guy.
like one or two guys.
That's one guy.
Isn't that one dude?
Genuine's not one guy. NSYNC, man, come on, NSYNC.
98 degrees.
No, I don't count 98 degrees.
O-Town. O-Town, remember them?
Yes, I remember O-Town.
Good old 2000s, O-Town.
All right. Anyway, this week's top 5 is not top 5 boys bands. Thank you, Mr. Kenlight. It is actually top 5 jobbers of all time. Yes, you heard me. Top 5 James Ellsworth
A.K.A.
jobbers.
Jobber James.
He does have more wins over AJ Styles than John Cena. So there you go.
James, yes, Jobber James is top 5. But no, that's this week's top 5. It's top 5 jobbers of all time. I know everybody can't wait for this.
We'll talk about that.
We will talk about it. I'll write that
Yeah.
down.
Been hearing about that one. Anyways, I
wanna
guess
start?
I'll go. I guess I'll go first. So when you talk about jobbers, it's very like when we talk about them. What do we mean?
Somebody
by
says
jobbers?
Brooklyn Brawler. What is that? Is that number 5?
I mean, yeah, I would say. Whew,
Yeah, a jobber is a guy who is going to put on a good match or be in the ring for more
A
than
good
2
match.
minutes. There are a lot of jobbers that put on high-quality matches that didn't win titles.
I'm thinking jobbers. Damien Sandow at one point was a jobber with Mizdow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get their butt beat. I mean,
Somebody that puts over.
No, yeah, I agree.
That's
All right.
gonna put
So who
people
do you?
in.
So a lot of people won't agree with this one, but I'm putting 1, 2, 3 Kid on there.
No, he was.
I'm putting 1, 2, 3 Kid. Or if you want to put 6 on there too, because he was a jobber in WCW as well.
Well, he held.
But he actually held more. Yeah, he did. But think about how many times he was a jobber just to get over one of those cruiserweights. He did it many times. But I'll put 1, 2, 3 Kid on there. He was meant to be a jobber. If he did not know Razor Ramon,
Ziggler and
them,
Axel.
ooh,
Ziggler was at one point.
Ziggler was for at least 50% of his career.
What are you talking about? You mean when he was in a male cheerleading squad, or when he was a when he was a caddy?
Oh, look at that,
Sandow.
Mr. Candlelight.
Yeah, Sandow was at one point. Yes,
That's
he
number
was a jobber.
5.
Slino? You're going to put Slino on there?
Yeah, Slino's definitely a
Okay,
jobber.
my number 5 is a guy who's currently on the SmackDown roster, and Heath Slater.
Absolutely.
Granted, he won the tag belts with Rhino, with Beauty and the Man Beast, but come on. After Nexus, what do you remember him as? Remember his very chilling storyline with the old school wrestlers? I can beat anybody in this ring, and every week Sid Vicious would beat him. Wait, who was the other?
Vader.
Animal. I
Lita.
think.
Animal.
Piper, I think, came out too and beat him.
Piper came out.
Backlund
came out. George the Animal Steele. Or no, not George the Animal.
No.
What's his name?
Animal.
From
no, the Road Warriors. Animal came out.
I don't remember Animal coming out. APA came out.
Oh my God, yeah. Then what was your reward with that storyline?
What?
Slater Gator, baby.
Slater Gator, man. Good old Slater Gator.
I mean,
Slater Gator.
jobber, but you know what? He still got over. And most recently, the world's best free agent.
He's got 7 kids.
So do we count? So we count him as a jobber who got over, though.
No,
He was a jobber who
He
got
was
over.
a jobber that got
he
over.
was always over though. He was always over.
Yeah,
though.
but he never won.
Yeah.
That's
Not
what I'm
until-
saying.
What did you say that one time his first house show match or whatever, he won like the first one in like 400 losses
in
or
400
something?
years, in 400 days.
400 years. In 400 years.
No, 400 days. All right, Fandango.
Ooh,
Fandango's a good one.
That's a good one.
All right,
I
for
forgot
me,
about Breezango.
Italian Stallion is number 5. If no one remembers the Italian Stallion,
From like Mid-South. Wasn't he in Mid-South?
NWA, yeah. Mid-South. What?
Was his name Rocky Balboa?
No. No, here, I'll show you a
The
picture. of
Italian Stallion.
You
Okay.
you never remember Italian Stallion.
No, I don't.
Italian Stallion, and I'm sure when I type it up, it will come up Rocky Balboa.
That's low, Candlelight. That
What?
is extremely low.
Carmelo. Yeah.
More like Brie Bella.
She hugged me. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, no, I'd actually agree with you on that one.
All right, Italian. Ooh, he looks horrible. Italian Stallion.
I don't think I would
Actually,
see this
he was
picture.
WCW, okay, and NWA. He was. Yeah, this is Italian Stallion.
Sean's here, the boogeyman.
Yeah, Boogeyman could be up there, but yeah, here you go,
Yeah.
Steven.
He was more of a gimmick than a jobber, though.
No, he was a jobber because he used to get beat by everybody in NWA back in the day. Manny Fernandez, I mean Boogie Woogie Man, you name it. Oh, there's another good one, Santino,
I'm gonna put
Hey.
Sean. Sean actually gave me one
the
here.
Booty Man. That's a good one.
I'm giving Al Snow a little bit of credit on this list. You want to talk about a jobber, a guy that was over with the crowd with, what does everyone want? Hey! But how many times first off, he was Leaf Cassidy. Then he was the Prince of Hardcore. I mean, come on, man. And you're still wrestling till this day. Now you're creative for TNA. Hopefully not
Is he
anymore.
still there?
I think.
Yeah.
He's
TNA.
He's still part of creative, I think.
No, he's in
I
TNA.
didn't think he was still there.
No, he's still there.
Yeah. No, but if you want to talk about a jobber, he is definitely. He was the leader of the Job Squad. He is a jobber. He's the definition of what a jobber
Big Show. A jobber?
Recently,
No,
yeah.
No.
Recently?
I would never say never.
was. If we're saying that, then Kane's a jobber.
No,
but-
these two. No,
I
I wouldn't say
mean-
no two.
I would say
you-
recently, but not his whole career. No.
No, who you got? Number 4.
I was going to move him up, but I'll start him at 4. George South.
George South is a capital jobber. What do you shake your head about?
Hall of Fame. Hall of
He
Fame.
is not in the Hall of Fame.
He is in the Little Steven.
2017.
D'Lo Brown's a good one. D'Lo's a good one.
Ha! He said ha!
Listen,
But George South, come on. He is one of those rare jobbers who could go in the ring and he made Ric Flair look even better than what Ric Flair was.
Yeah.
How many jobbers can go 30 minutes, 40 minutes, hour-long matches?
Yeah.
no, I agree with that one.
Maybe it's just because I don't remember it that much at being I
La
just remember
Parka.
him being the loser.
That's
never-
a good one.
yeah.
La Parka's a good one.
I think
Well,
his
yeah.
chair was a bigger jobber.
I think his costume was more of a bigger jobber because everyone liked to use that costume and oh, it's DDP. Oh, it's Dean Malenko.
I actually
it's
just watched that a
Yeah.
week ago.
How
That
did you
was a
not
great
know that La Parka just grew 3 feet? But that's okay.
And was
Whatever.
thinner. And was thinner.
Yeah, what the hell?
But he had the great dance moves.
Oh yeah,
La
yeah,
Parka
great,
did.
right?
Number 4 for me. Yes, I would say Spirit Squad's a jobber.
Yeah, Marty
Jannetty.
Ooh.
No,
No,
yeah,
because
no.
Spirit Squad held the tag titles before they went down. They
Yeah,
were
but
But they
still-
were jobbers. You can be a jobber and have a title.
I would
because
say-
look at Gilbert.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Well, yeah, they did put over DX when they came back.
Okay. Again, Marty Jannetty. What do we think?
yes.
Yes.
I
Yes?
think so.
Okay.
I mean, because look, what is he? You remember the evolution of the New Rockers? I mean, come on, really?
Leave Cassidy.
Leave Cassidy. Yeah. Al Snow is
Good
a
old
jobber.
Al Snow.
Leave Cassidy. Job squad, whatever. Number 4 for me is Gilbert. All right, he is the ultimate jobber. Crash Holly.
Oh, yeah.
Crash Holly was a little bit different to me because he never.
I don't know, but he won when he was a champion.
He was a hardcore.
But come on, the 24/7.
Yeah.
We'll defend it 24/7.
No, I love that. I wouldn't put Crash Holly the same as
Just
Barry
'cause,
Horowitz,
yeah.
Gilbert, but
who
he's
you
there.
expected to lose every
Right.
time. Crash was expected to lose, but occasionally would pull off that miraculous win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I give him that.
What
yeah.
you got number 3?
Man, I was going to do it to you, but I can't. I just can't. I will destroy you if I do it. I was going to put Tommy Dreamer on there. Yes, that's right.
No.
I was.
I can't put him out there.
2001, 2002. You tell me he wasn't a jobber.
No.
In that time.
No.
You tell me he wasn't a jobber during the invasion.
I disagree with you totally on that one.
What about
Tommy
his
Dreamer,
time? What about the 8 years prior to in ECW when he did put people over?
But isn't that?
But he was
considered-
also a one-time champion.
George South
He
always
also
lost to Flair.
But he also
so-
did win rivalries too. Come on, Raven.
Lance Storm. I don't know about that one, Sean. I don't know.
Lance-
That's
You
a
don't
toughie.
hate this question
Lance
coming up.
Storm, yeah.
No, I wouldn't say Lance Storm, no.
All right. Well, then I won't put Tommy Dreamer on.
That's like saying
I
Dean
won't put
Malenko
Dominic.
was a jobber in his time in WWE. But you forget the 8
True.
to 10 years
no,
before
true,
that.
true. I mean,
But no, Tommy Dreamer, I
if we're
would
going with
disagree.
that, I'm just going to put Perry Saturn as a jobber because he technically was.
No. He
What?
wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Excuse me?
Perry Saturn was not a jobber, dude.
He
no.
was.
No.
After
To
Moppy,
me, no.
he was a jobber.
No.
After Moppy, he was gone, wasn't he?
No, that's what I'm saying. When he did Moppy, he was a jobber.
Would Mark Henry's son be a hand jobber?
Okay.
That's good. All right. Go ahead.
Can I do my number
yes,
3?
Go ahead, please.
I didn't do mine yet.
I thought you did.
I thought you did.
Because I said
Oh,
number
All right,
three.
well, who's number 3? I asked you to say it, then say it.
All right, I'm putting Rhino on there, so.
The multi-time ECW champion, Rhino.
ECW does not count with this with me, all right? I'm counting WWE. only here.
ECW champions don't count, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Wow, you're hating.
So the franchise.
Where's my kendo stick?
The franchise does not count at all. No, I'm kidding. He was technically a jobber in WWE. He was. Don't get mad at me.
Because he was Dean Douglas and he was given the jobber role. And what
What's
did he
the
do?
baby on the corner saying?
He told Vince to go screw himself and went back to ECW.
No, but I say Rhino, especially during the invasion and all that. Rhino was the squash guy.
Do
He
you not
was the
remember?
squash
Do you
guy.
not remember these other guys that was squashed like every week? Like right now, Corey Hollis, the one that was in NXT, John Schuyler. Those are jobbers.
Do you want me to count John Schuyler? Because he will never make any list, okay?
ECW doesn't count. That's stupid.
Thank you.
Yeah, see? He even said himself, ECW stupid. See? He got it.
No.
Boom.
No, he said ECW doesn't count, question mark. That's stupid to you.
No, he's
Some of
agreeing with
them,
me.
I
Some
would
people didn't
disagree.
like the good stuff. My number 3 is yeah.
Disco.
Disco Fever.
I knew he was gonna be up there.
Disagree completely.
How? Why?
Disagree. He is a television champion and a U.S. champion and part of the greatest tag team of all time, Boogie Nights.
If your name has Gilbert involved in it, then yes, you're.
He never had Gilbert involved.
Yes, he. Gilbert Godfrey. That was his name in
was it
TNA. All right, Gilbert. If you
Well,
got
that's
Gilbert,
his
you're
name.
a jobber.
That's his
That's
name.
his
I know.
name.
Gilbert.
He's a jobber.
So what the summit over here is saying
he
is
could
anyone
use-
with the name Gilbert is a jobber.
Okay, tell me. There's 2 people on my list with Gilbert. There's 2 right there.
But anyway, aside
Disco, go ahead.
aside from the few times he held the title, he was a jobber.
He was a jobber.
I don't know. He had the disco fever, dude.
I mean, he had
You got the disco
he
fever,
had,
so what?
he had decent matches, but even in his commentary on Colt Cabana, he said all he really need to do is punch and kick, just to learn to take stuff.
He was a job. Alex Wright.
Alex,
Wonder Kid, you
I
could say
would
was a
think
jobber.
Alex Wright would be closer to non-jobber than disco.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan in his later years. Stevie Richards.
Gregory Helms.
Oh, that's the one I forgot. Stevie. Good old Stevie Richards, man.
What we're doing right now, somebody asked what we're doing. We're doing top 5 jobbers of all time in our sound off segment.
Did someone really just say, what's his name? Gregory Helms?
Yeah.
Hurricane
Kind
Helms?
of. Hurricane, you kind of, yeah. I can see it.
Hurricane Helms, yeah.
I can see it. Listen, number 3, Iron Mike Sharp. Iron Mike Sharp. Yeah, absolutely. Come on, dude. He always lost.
The guy just died. Don't do that to him.
But everybody, okay, I'm sorry he passed away, but he was an all-time jobber.
Sean, put up my number 2.
Oh.
No.
Oh, look at that. Zack Ryder made the list.
All right, go ahead. Who's your number 2?
Damn, I just had it.
You forgot it. All right, what's your number 2?
IRS, Erwin R. Shyster.
Oh, I got one.
That's a good one.
That and I should say Mike Rotunda, period, because even in WCW,
Mr. Wall Street was great.
He was a
Vince,
jobber.
but he was
it
a jobber.
Vince McMahon of WCW.
He was. That's where they got the name VK Wall Street, Vincent Kennedy.
Oh, I know.
Oh, okay, but no, I
Vincent.
mean, no, because he rarely wrestled.
Yeah.
He didn't wrestle enough.
But he was a jobber.
I don't know about IRS though. He was more famous in WWF.
But
he was a jobber though. I agree.
But
with
he
him.
was a jobber in WWE, a gimmick jobber, and then he became just the ultimate jobber when he was in WCW.
Yeah.
So that's why I said IRS, but I more want to say Mike Rotunda.
Mr. Fuji. That's true. Mr. Fuji was before he became a manager.
Okay.
Who's your number 2?
I'm putting Bill DeMont on there, or also known as Hugh Morris, or as Erection. Or
The laughing man.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I think you just capped it wrong. Yes.
Major Erection.
No, you still got it wrong.
Major, whatever.
Will you just move on because
Spike Dudley. Whoa.
Spike Dudley, absolutely.
There we go.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a really good one.
I did say Iron Mike Sharp. All right, so that's who you had number 2, right?
Yeah.
All right, number 2 for me. Mr. Barry Horowitz. Special Delivery. That's a good one. SD Jones. I wasn't talking
Tyler
about it.
Breeze.
But too early right now. But Barry Horowitz is everything that a jobber was Barry Horowitz. All right. One win ever. Yes. And he slapped himself on the back. Barry Horowitz, though.
Hey, man. He had the greatest music in the world. Okay.
Dreidel, I made you
That's not even it.
That's a good one. Leaping Lanny Poffo.
Oh.
Absolutely a jobber. And I love the genius, but yes, he was a jobber.
He was a jobber.
All right, who y'all got number 1?
All right, my number 1 is the one, the only, Too Cold Scorpio, also known as Flash Funk in the WWE. One of my favorites of all time, and that's why he's on this list.
Flash Funk was a jobber.
We had 2 other ones, Charlie Haas and Red Rooster.
How did I forget the Red Rooster?
You didn't say the Rooster. By the way, on WWE 2K17, you can do the Red Rooster's hair.
Oh, you can do it?
So, yeah.
You can probably make
I
the
don't
Red
have to
Rooster.
get it. But anyway, Too Cold wasn't a jobber in ECW.
No.
No, he wasn't.
But in WCW and
But he was my
In
favorite.
WWE, he kind of was, but wasn't.
Yeah.
He was on borderline because he was in big matches.
But he always lost, man.
Yeah.
He always lost.
Pete Rose putting over.
Pete Rose is technically a jobber.
Who you
He's
got
in the Hall
number
of Fame.
Mine
A lot of people is.
the one and only hardcore Bob Holly.
Oh, good old. Hold on.
Mr. Alabama Slammer himself.
What's his name? What was
Sparky
his
Plug?
Spark Plug Holly. Driver of which car was it? Come on, gentlemen. Know this. Come on. What car did he
Viagra.
drive? What car did he drive in NASCAR?
It was Viagra.
He didn't drive a NASCAR.
Yeah, he did.
It was Viagra.
He drove his own car in local short tracks in Alabama. Mm-hmm. And he had the WCW car, late model car that they did.
It was a Viagra car.
No, I'm saying what was the number?
I don't know.
69?
Who cares?
I don't know.
Who cares?
69.
You guys supposed to know this.
For what?
Steven stealing my spotlight again. Anyway,
Welcome to
Bob
the show.
Holly was one of the best jobbers because A, he could work in the ring, B, he can carry a match, and C, he was golden on the mic. And he put single hit
He was good on the mic. I could give him credit.
for a jobber.
right.
Would you rather hear Bob Holly or Barry Horowitz talk?
You
78. Thanks, Sean. You're the true wrestling fan. It was 78.
You know what? There's no way you can look back at Bob Holly and not say how much he contributed to the Attitude Era 90s, the late night. I mean, the super heavyweight gimmick was great.
Hey,
Him and Crash.
Guys that he put over, like Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle, Randy Orton was his first match.
Oh, yeah, he put Brock Lesnar over.
Rikishi, who's in the Hall of
But I'm
Fame.
just saying, young guys that just break into the business.
Rikishi. Can I say it again? Rikishi, he put over.
But he was there. And what titles did he win?
Hardcore.
The hardcore
Johnny
title.
Rodz.
Tag team.
One time if he did. And I
Paul
think it was
Roma.
with Cody
remember
Rhodes.
No, but yeah, he was a tag
Yeah.
team champion with Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, no, him and
2008.
Crash won it once, I thought.
No.
No,
they
they did, didn't they?
They
I don't
did.
think
They were
so.
the Holly cousins. They were actually that was their name. I remember
Well,
that.
then
Because
Molly
they,
came
no, they
out.
had cousin Molly.
Yeah.
I thought I'll
So,
have to look
all
that
right,
one up.
so number one, y'all got. Now I'm going to my number one. All right, the ultimate jobber of all time is the Brooklyn Brawler,
Well, yeah.
the Bushwhackers. I agree with that.
Brooklyn Brawl, yeah, he does because he never even
Yes,
had a
I
finisher.
did mention the tag thing.
Did the Brooklyn Brawler have a finisher?
Brutus Beefcake. Yeah, all
Kind
right.
of, yeah. Somebody did say Booty Man.
Yeah, same thing.
But no, Brooklyn Brawler never won a match. All right, you knew he was going to lose every single week.
Stupid
and-
Yankee fans.
And he carried the longevity of the gimmick, still carries on today. People still talk about the Brooklyn Brawler
He was
to
a
this
jobber for 40 years in that company.
day. He still is, yeah.
He just
mean
got
like
released from
30?
that company.
This
No, it was
list
almost
is
40.
this list is better
was.
than the list of Jericho. That's what we were going for.
Danny Davis, man. This guy,
Dangerous Danny Davis. That was
yeah,
good.
really, yeah,
That's
I
a
gotta
good
give
one.
him credit, man.
Who came up with that one?
The Trickster, man.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
Dude, Danny Davis.
I totally forgot about Danny Davis.
Sir,
I think
applaud.
everybody forgot about Danny Davis.
I think Danny Davis forgot about Danny Davis.
All right. Y'all got anything else? That was our top five.
Steven was right. He was a one-time champion with Crash Holly. And
I told you.
His first tag team champion was with another jobber, the 1-2-3 Kid.
That's right. Yeah, because they
forgot
were
about
the
that.
tag team jobbers.
Yep.
Forgot about that.
All right, you're listening to Wrestling with Attitude. Everybody on Periscope, stick around. We got a couple more shows to come up. Everybody else, we'll see you later.